I'm taking you on a musical adventure, more specifically an AI adventure. There's a lot going on with AI in music these days. Some of it good, some of it not so good. I'm not gonna get all into that. But what I am really interested in is AI voice modeling. And that is when you take your own voice, for example, and you make it sound like someone else's voice. And that someone else could be anybody. Why am I interested in that? I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. So in January 2019, I decided that by the end of the year, I was gonna release a full album with songs produced, mixed, mastered, written solely by me. The strategy behind that was non-existing. I just have been making music pretty much my whole life, and I had an important birthday coming up that year. And I thought, well, let me just do a little project. And then I could kind of close off that chapter and start a new one, music-wise. And then a couple of months later, the whole COVID thing started, and I started watching YouTube pretty much 24/7. And I discovered that there was a whole beat-making community that I wasn't aware of. And I started uploading my beats. So that actually was already the start of a new chapter. Anyway, I digress. So on that album in 2019, I put songs in a whole lot of different genres, including a ballad. And I am not a ballad singer. I wish I was. Like, I'd be bringing the drama and the belting and all of that every day, all day. But I'm not. So about a week ago, I went back and listened to that song. It's called Her Face, by the way. And it's pretty awful, but I'm not taking it off streaming platforms because it is a milestone in my life, that album, so I want to keep it up.
There's only one look I chase. See your eyes when you see her face.
And the thing is, I really still like the song. I just don't like my performance and the end result. And you guessed it, I thought, what if I could have an AI voice sing this song for me? And what if that AI voice could be the queen of power ballads, Céline Dion? So that's what I'm gonna try to do. There's a whole lot of information online about creating your own AI voice models. And it would be so awesome to hear Céline Dion sing my song. And I'm just gonna give it a shot. So come along with me on this AI voice modeling journey. The first thing I'll need is my original song, which is on my old laptop, on an old version of Pro Tools actually. So I hope that that still works. And I'll probably get my charger and the iLock, the dongle. Gonna need that. Found my iLock. That's been a long time actually. That is a big charger. Very heavy, very big as well. So I found the project. It's probably this one. So let's see. Oops, how could I forget it now? Look at all these ports, just ready to use. Good times. I'm on my phone, by the way. It's loading. And here we have it. The audio is all there, it seems. Good. And it's playing. Very nice. I mean, I know I'm kind of a Cubase channel, right? But there are some things I miss about Pro Tools, like these markers. I always use those. Also, direct access for every track to your routing, panning, volume, inserts, sends, everything is just right there. If someone knows how to mimic this in Cubase, let me know. I really used to compose. Anyway, I'm gonna export the stems and then I'll get them over to Cubase. This Pro Tools session was actually just the instrumental version, which is fine because I was planning on re-recording the vocal or at least the hook of the song anyway, and maybe try to Céline Dionize it. I don't know if that's necessary with AI. Once you train the model, does it just change like the words into the model voice, or does it like completely change the performance as well, like the artist would perform it? I have no idea. We'll just have to see, but to be safe, I might re-record it a little bit in her accent or whatever, we'll see. And If AI does change the performance, that would be brilliant and a little bit scary actually. Just to be clear, if this whole thing does work, I won't be releasing anything using the voice model because that would be very illegal, because you're not only stealing their voice, like the models are also trained on existing songs that people wrote and composed. So it would be copyright infringement all over the place, and we do not want that. I, on the other hand, am just trying to see some. Okay, so I imported the bounce version of the instrumental. And I also added the original backing vocals.
There's only one look I chase. See in your eyes when you see her face. Feels like the longer I wait,
the timing is a little off there.
to stay.
Anyway, now comes the hard part, which is re-recording the hook Céline Dion style. This is gonna be embarrassing.
It's in your eyes when you see her face.
It's quite hard indeed, yes.
Feels like the longer I wait, would you stay? Would you stay?
So this is the end result of the recording that I want to turn into a Céline Dion voice. I'll admit, it sounds a little weird, but I am trusting the process. Let's have a listen.
There's only one look I chase. It's in your eyes when you see her face. Feels like the longer I wait, the less reasons I have to stay. Would you stay? Would you stay?
Yeah, now let's make a voice model. I already have my vocal, so now I need Celine's vocal to train the model. I like Celine's Courage album, so I'm gonna pick a few songs off of here to then turn into an a cappella, to then upload to the voice modeling program. I'll be honest with you, I found some pretty decent a cappellas off of that same album online, so I just threw them in here, and all I needed to do was deverb them a little more because they still had some reverb. And for the voice modeling, you really need a clean a cappella.
And I know everything will be alright.
But after that, I think I'm pretty much done and ready to start making a model. Okay, I tried to train a model using a program called RVC V2. It was going well, but I chose too big of an epoch count, I think. I went for 500. That's basically 500 training sessions for the model. And the higher that number is, the more it gets trained and the better it gets, I guess. How it works is you run all of these different cells in a Google Colab, and when the actual training starts, you kind of have to fake activity unless you add a piece of code. Because if the Colab is inactive for too long, it disconnects. And I did keep it active, but I guess after around 90 minutes or so, it kind of disconnects anyway. I'm not sure, but that's what happened. And then I had to wait to reconnect. And the second time I chose 200 instead of 500 epochs. And I also went with a different pre-trained model. At some point you have to choose one of those. I don't know why, I just did it. But the first time I went for the original pre-trained model. I can't even pronounce it. And this time I went for some kind of V2 Super, wait, let me check. The OV2 Super pre-trained model. So that's supposed to be a better pre-trained model to train your model. And it also apparently needs less epochs. So that's why I also went for the 200. And the whole training took about an hour. and it ran successfully. So I was able to download it. So I'm happy. If you want to know more about this whole process or you want to try it yourself, I'll link the video that I watched in the description, because I don't want to just replicate that video and then steal their shine. I also don't know exactly what I did. I just followed the instructions that they gave. So if you watch that video, what I said before will probably make much more sense. All right, so now it's the big moment of truth. Is my voice gonna sound somewhat like Céline Dion's? I am going to find out with you. So let's go. I just have to launch the program through Terminal because I'm on Mac. My model is supposed to be in here. Yup. And then I just have to change this path. I named it Céline 1. And I think that's it. Convert. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's done. Success. I like that. Let's just listen. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, I can retrain the model or just consider it a fail, right?
There's only one look I chase. It's in your eyes when you see her face. Feels like a longer wait.
Bro.
The less reasons I have to stay.
Little artifact.
Would you stay? Would you stay?
Oh, the last one. With just one training round? I mean, okay, let's get it in my project and hear it with the music and the background vocals. And oh, I might have to add like reverb and stuff, because she sounded, does the model copy? Oh yeah, of course it does. It copies like the processed vocal that I took from an existing song. So it's gonna sound compressed and EQ'd and all of the good stuff. We're gonna hear her preamps and all that, right? Awesome. So I'll just have to add a little bit of this. Céline has been imported into my project. Reverb has been added. So let's listen.
There's only one look I chase. It's in your eyes when you see her face. Feels like a longer wait. The less reasons I have to stay. Would you stay? Would you stay?
I look beat up because I am beat up, because that took quite some work. But if I had people, I would have them meet with Céline Dion's people so she could sing that song. Because let's be honest, or maybe I'm a little biased, I probably am, but that was a good ballad and she sang it so wonderfully. But yeah, I don't know. Did you enjoy it? Then leave a comment or like the video, or, I mean not or, and subscribe. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.